What's happening? I'm your man Lawrence. Welcome to Platform 246. Thank you so much for stepping up. How are we doing today, folks? We can wait till we get a few of us in here. Damn, that light was bright than a motherfucker. How are y'all doing? Those are may already have a couple of few folks in here. My apologies, first and foremost. I'm late. But traffic is bad and I do work outside the home. But I'll try to make up for it for all of you today. Please, again, hit that like button if you don't mind. It really helps the channel out. It's 49ers Tuesday. We are back in this bitch. We're back in the building. So bolster the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Welcome again. I'm Lawrence. If you are new, it's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure. Uh-oh. Left hand up. Who are we? Are you on trial? What's happening, my man Spongy? How you doing, sir? Thank you for stepping up tonight, man. How you feeling? How's your week going? How was school, Spongy? How was school? For you, Spongy, we got sips tonight, folks. What is this? Boom. Amsterdam. We got sips for you. How's everybody? The Commanders. The Commanders are horrendous. They are going to be horrendous for quite a long time because their owner's horrendous. But sip for Spongy, our first in the building. Spongy, please hit the like button. Hit Spongy, hit the poll question for me, Spongy. And all of you that may come through. First of all, again, appreciate you. Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome to 49ers Tuesday. We're going to talk a lot of shit, actually. We're going to talk some free agency. We're going to talk some movers and shakers, some levers and stayers here in Niner Gang, Niner Land, Niner Empire. So, again, I hope everybody's good. I hope you're ready. I hope you got something to sip on, too. Something to smoke. Whatever you need. But sip for you, little Spongy. Don't do that, Spongy. You're not of age yet. You are not of age yet. School was good. Have fun with Hargrove. We are going to do so, sir. We're going to have fun with Hargrove. We're going to talk about Hargrove as soon as we get more of our faithful in here. No disrespect to you, Spongy. None whatsoever. Okay? Understand that. In the motherfucking building. Bro, what's happening? You got something you got to say? I know you have some shit on your mind, sir. How you doing, brother? Thank you so much for stepping up. Please hit the like button. To the faithful, it's been a couple of busy days. So, in order to bring yourself back from that, again, if you're new, if you're watching this now, later, you slipped and fall, and you looked up again, as I always say, and you were on the platform, stay right there. If you're not enjoying yourself, wait a little longer. Wait like 5 minutes. Sit down, relax. Don't start any shit. Just chill, and give it a minute. And hit the like button and subscribe. It's free. You can do it for just because. So boom. But with that, I appreciate y'all coming in with us. 49ers Tuesday is back. It's been a while since we've done it. Thanks, Raphael. What's happening, sir? Man, Rose in the building. Raphael, 562. That's the LBC. Is that the LBC, Raphael? What's happening to you, bro? We're about to talk some Niners. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Do as Raphael said. Please. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it. We want to get this to at least 10 likes before I get off. I don't know when, but can we do that? Can we get 10 in and 10 likes? Yeah. My man Romelo Ball says, give me a minute. This is real disappointing what's going on. Sip to that, Ro. Sip to Ro, Raph, and Spongy, the first three people that stepped up today on the platform. Ro, saying hello to everyone. All right. We're going to talk about it, though. First of all, Romelo, what's disappointing to you the most? What's the most disappointing thing going on in your life right now? Also, we even got regular legal sips out the Niner Cup. Shout out to my homegirl, my girl Sarah. Look at that. And you know what it says? You know what this motherfucker says? Hello, faithful. Like, hello, Moto. Pardon me. All right, but let's get into it. Here, we've been almost in here together for 5 minutes on the platform for about 5 minutes. We got a poll question too, folks. Please check that out. It's in regards to the free agency so far. That's what we know is really the biggest thing going on in football. It's really the only thing going on in football that matters right now. Free agency. What's your team doing and what's your team not doing? NFC West, besides me, Dallas Cowboys, what is your team not doing right now? There's plenty of teams that have not stepped off the porch, apparently. Doesn't look like in this free agency frenzy period. And I believe that's going to cost them. Now, mind you, free agency doesn't really start until tomorrow. Free agency doesn't really start until tomorrow. You can't put your name on the dotted line. You're John Hancock. Pause. You can't put that on the dotted line until tomorrow. In the meantime, though, you can tamper with each other, play with each other, sprinkle some love and shit all around each other between players and ownership and organizations and coaches and GMs, all that shit. You can flirt and flirt and flirt, but you can't fuck until tomorrow. There's no fucking until tomorrow, okay, for all the teams and all the players. That said, players are quickly moving, and Niner players are quickly moving. We've had some additions, we've had some subtractions. We've had some big additions, and we've had some big subtractions. Wait, what? Okay, hold on, my fault. Ramila Bell says, the offensive line, they got the worst two people I've ever seen. Why not spend that $84 million? Why spend that $84 million on that? Do we spend $84 million on our offensive line, though, for real? The numbers escape, all the numbers escape me. They, I don't have them all right now. Crazy in the building. What's happening, Crazy Juice? Please hit that like button, folks. If you're just stepping up, you're just coming in. Thank you for coming in tonight. Let me bring up the because maybe it's updated because I don't show that. I don't show that we lost Brunskill just yet. Who did we lose Brunskill to? Crazy Juice coming in here, dropping crazy knowledge, dropping gems on us, sprinkling us with the news. Thank you for that, Crazy. Who do we lose him to? So this is what I have so far. Son of a motherfucking bitch. Sorry about that. My language. Okay, I got it back. All right, so far, oh Lord, ugly ass. So far, these are the players that we have signed. What's happening? Brunskill is a Titan, just like supposedly Azeez is going to be. Titans. What's happening, David? First of all, much love, brother. Everybody's saying what's up to each other. He's going to the Titans. Ain't that about a bitch? So it looks like through the draft and the remainder of free agency, what do we need to look for, faithful? Fucking O-line help. That's what we need to look for. So far, we've lost Daniel Brunskill to the Titans. Let's go with Gaines first. Let me back it up. Let's go with Gaines first, okay? Can we do that? Can we go with who we've gained onto the team? So we gained, first of all, okay, the piece de resistance. Romelo says, no, we spend some good money on defense, bro. We don't need that no more. I agree. I think our defense needs to be done right now. We're donezo on the D. The D is done. John. Now, we just did a live a few days ago. We had a question up. I answered the question. Should we go upside John Lynch's head? We didn't have the answer there the other day. I added that. No, we should not, because he's been doing a damn good job. However, we need to address that line, and you let Brunskill go. We all love Brunskill. Crazy saying, what's up? I think that's what we're going to get into that, Crazy Juice. Exactly that. We will talk just about that because a lot of 49er fans were not happy that we kept our center, right? That we kept Big Brindle. Big Brindle is back, but apparently Bummy Brunskill is not. That's what John Lynch thinks. John Lynch thinks he's bummy. John Lynch did not keep. Wow, I appreciate y'all saying that. First of all, letting me know that as you came in right on time. Y'all breaking news. Our folks, the faithful, always breaking news. We all work together. But let's go with the additions. All right. So Brunskill is not an addition, but actual additions to the team. First and foremost, like I said, the piece de resistance, the full course meal. Okay. We made a huge signing as the Niner fans. It's going to be something that I think is going to come into play as the season goes on and on, longer and longer, more and more. Motherfucking, who was it? Well, besides Brindle, The person that he'd be hiking the ball to, Sam Darnold. How are y'all feeling about not Hargrave? Not Hargrave, David. That's not the big signing. That was a decent signing. The big signing, Sammy D. Big D Sam in the building. Speaking of Big D in the building, we got a special guest. One of the most two special guests we could have on the platform. And as you all know, this is a call-in show. If you have a couple of minutes that you wanted to spit some knowledge or some game or some ism to us about the Niner gang, by all means, you can do so. Let me know if you want the link, and I'll drop it to you like a gold chain. Okay. And I got all kinds of phrases and words. Hi, son.
Hello. How are you?
What's going on, my G? Real quick, David Maynard says we got Hargrave. I'm great, son. I'm better now that I see your beautiful face, my boy. Resign Gibson, resign Givens, and Tabor. We kept Tabor. That's underrated. Don't let that slip under the rug. We re-signed Tabor Pepper, our long snapper, and Ken Law is officially on the trade, Brock. Thank you, David. Oh shit, we're slowing up now. It's because you're in, DJ.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me? Okay, boom. Can you hear me? How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Pause. One of us on pause. Okay. Am I on pause or are you on pause?
I see you on pause.
Oh, did you? My son is a magician. Do y'all see that he is not on the screen right now? He just blinked. Boom. Okay, I'm paused. Hold on. Damien, tell me about how your day was. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay. Well, my day was pretty good. I didn't walk to school today since it was raining.
Good job, mother of my sons. Good job. I think I'm still paused. I think I'm still on the low. Motherfucker, we was trying to go tonight, son. We was trying to get to business tonight. And my internet.
Can you hear me though, Father?
Bitch. Son of a bee sting. Okay, there we go. Are we live in Technicolor? My son got quite a bit of hair. Look, it looks like some people dropped off because my screen was tripping. My apologies to you all. We do our best. But here, let's get some comments. So you didn't walk to school today?
I did not. No, it was raining. So
it's raining out here in Las Vegas as well. Spongy, there you go, G. So, what are your thoughts? What's the biggest signing for you, son, so far? The biggest turnabout, if you know them all from the free agency period so far, is somebody that we lost, somebody that we signed.
So by biggest, you mean my favorite or the one that will have the biggest impact?
Yes. Okay. Favorite or least favorite? Yeah, the biggest impact. A loss or an addition, either one.
The Eagles D tackle signing, and then.
My apologies, y'all, for the reverb. Javon Hargraves.
See how he'll do on the Raiders.
This is the worst fucking shit ever. We got folks coming into the platform, stepping up. My apologies. I don't know how well. James. Son, are you getting me at all?
Yes, I am. Are you?
Okay, boom. There I go. Yeah, okay. I think we're all good now, folks. My apologies for the technical difficulties. We know how it goes down. What's going on? The link is in the. I don't know if you want to jump on. To be honest, today you might get knocked off. So, but sincerely, it is in the comments. Let's run it down real quick. What's happening, Jong? Jong in the building, one of our moderators. I'm not sure who there is. I think David is a moderator. Hell, if you want to be a moderator, raise your hand. That's all you got to do. But it's Jong, not Jong X. Okay, you already know the X aside. So you said you want to see how James is going to do in Las Vegas?
Yeah. I really wonder if he's gonna, because I was talking to my friend about it. He's also a 49er fan, and he was like, I swear, if Jimmy starts to turn up in Las Vegas, I'm gonna be heated. You know, that seems to somehow that's how it works. Sometimes that's how it works.
It's not going to happen, son. Hi,
I mean,
Sarah.
I just really don't want to
Good
give the Jimmy G lovers the satisfaction of telling us he's good.
Amen. I don't want them to have the satisfaction either, even though we shouldn't care because he's gone. But we do,
will.
because you,
Our
like
fans,
I said last night in the video that we dropped, and please check that out. I believe it's entitled "Jimmy G is Gone, and You Can't Bring Him Back."
Yeah.
But you know, like I was saying last night, his filth, his dirt, it's everywhere. It's on everything in the stadium.
100%.
We know something. That's exactly what they will do.
No matter how he,
So let's
talk
talk about it. Plays. So as far as we're going to go with the additions, like I said, we so far we've only added outside of the organization Sam Darnold and Javon Hargraves to the team. Now, as far as players lost, the plays it gets. No matter how he plays, what?
I said no matter how he plays, we're going to talk about. I think there's a lag between us.
What was that? Son, one more time. Or you're not getting me right now.
I said no matter how he plays.
Son of a bee sting.
We're going to talk about him. So how do you guys feel about the signings? I can't see the comments, but I assume most of us are excited. There's not really too many signings for me that I didn't like. I like Sam Darnold's. I think our only loss really is Jimmy Ward. Hope he's able to do good things. Wish we could have signed him back, you know. I'm assuming either we have another option at safety or we'll be drafting one. I think it's a good draft this year. I don't really know for sure. But it'll be pretty exciting for me, honestly. Yeah, I think Sam Darnold. I don't know really. To go back to him, I'd say that he if he doesn't come on the field too often, then we should be pretty good. You know, as a third stringer.
Thank you, son, for holding it down. Who's friends, Romello? Who's friends, Ro? Who are we talking?
I think he's talking about mine.
Oh, tell your friend. Okay. Yeah, tell your friend don't worry about that, son. Tell him my dad said, shut your ass up. Don't worry about it. Calm down. Just be faithful and things will work out. Okay? Tell him that and see what he says. Let's see. Speaking of seeing what they say, we got an Eagles fan, and thank y'all for hanging with us. I apologize for my like I said, for these tactical errors. Spongy.
Yo.
Meet Damien. Damien, meet Spongy. I don't think you guys officially met on stream. We bringing teams together. teens and preteens. We're bringing them together. What's going on, Spongy? What's your thoughts, Eagles man? Are you sad that you lost the heart and soul in middle of your defense? Go. Sarah, this is for you.
Bring CJ back.
Go ahead with it, Spongy. I didn't hear you.
Bring CJ back. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, you what? Didn't you do that? Oh, hold on. You know what? My fault. I'm tripping here. I got.
I think we only brought Bradbury
go.
back.
Maybe there's no echo now or anything like that. I apologize. Hopefully the stream is picking up and getting a little better. So you brought Bradbury back, right? That was a good signing today. Harvey Mills or Howie Minstrel or whatever his name is. Howie Rosen. Is that his name? Howie Rosenthal or Rosenbaum? What the fuck is your GM's name? Spongy. That might be above your age grade. But I believe his name is Howie. You guys did sign Bradbury back today. What are your thoughts on that, folks? I know a lot of us were hoping maybe we could sign him. Faithful. We can maybe snatch him or CJ Gardner Johnson like that. Do you think that your team, Spongy, is going to sign back everybody that they need to? They obviously didn't already because sip to that, we have Javon.
Yeah, but we can easily get Kalijah Kenzie in the draft.
Who in the hell? See, these kids know more than a little bit.
And we also have Jordan Davis.
Whoever that is. Jordan Davis. Is he good?
Yeah, pretty good. He's a big
Pretty
dude.
good.
Big dude.
Is he on your team already? Or
Yeah.
is he in the draft? Oh, okay.
So that's it.
And then
You got.
you guys still have a chance to get Darius Slay.
What do you say about that, Damon? You think we got or what? Do we have a chance, Faithful, to get another maybe defensive end, or who's that other defensive end out there right now?
Isn't it Armstead?
Armstead, or that's he's on our team. I mean, I'm sorry, so I'm talking about picking up somebody.
Oh,
Pick another, and then looks like it's Samson. If you can't stop it, Damien. What's happening, Damien? How you doing? Thank you for stepping up. Everybody, please, if you don't mind, hit the like button as you've come in, as you stepped up, whether you slipped and tripped and fell or whatever the case was, or it was on purpose. If it was on purpose, I appreciate you even more so. I take that back. I appreciate everybody the same. This is equal opportunity. No racism here. David, what's happening?
What's going on, buddy? So are you talking about is Yannick Ngakwe still available?
I do believe.
Yeah, I think he is.
There's one more out there, yeah. Okay, so who's that? Does Darius Smith? Does Darius perform? Darius Smith plays linebacker. Am I correct?
He played defensive end at Green Bay.
Okay, defensive end. Okay. I'm Benny Hugh going to the Chiefs.
And I was actually looking up his size. I think he's like pushing 270, so he is the edge.
Okay.
But when it comes down to it, what about signing Bud Dupree to a 1-year deal? You know, he's getting older. He's good for 5-6 sacks, but
right.
You know, put him next to Armstead, Hargrave, and Bosa, and he could be good for more.
That's a good point. What do we think, Faithful, is going to happen? Demi, what do you think this line is going to look back? We obviously see Ebukam might not be back, and Minihue might not, is apparently going to the Chiefs, and thank you for that, Crazy Juice. So just think of Bosa, Armstead, and now not Javon Kinlaw. Sit your ass on the bench, but Javon Hargraves. What do you think about those three? So now, if you don't know too much about Javon Hargraves, that's okay. You may not, but let me just tell you, he's the one that injured. He's very good. He's the one that injured Josh Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. So, thanks, buddy. Yeah. So, him, Armstead are going to be. So it's going to be Armstead likely, Javon, and then Bosa. 1, 2, 3, just like that, and then whoever the fuck is on the other side.
Yeah. Honestly, I've liked Hargrave since I watched him play for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He started with the Steelers.
You know, I was watching him wreck offensive lines over there. You know, I was like, man, I want that guy on the Niners. Then he signs that 3-year deal with the Eagles, and here he is with us. You know, and yeah, he's 30, he'll be 34 when that contract's done. But typically, guys that are his size, short and kind of stubby and athletic, typically those guys do actually last that long. The big taller guys are the guys that typically don't. Like Armstead, I'm kind of worried about him in the next couple of years. Well, that and his plantar fasciitis too. That's a big concern for me.
Trickster in the building. What's happening? Thank you so much
There's
for stepping
Randy.
up.
What's up, Randy? That's Randy Daytona. He changed his name.
Is that Randy? Okay, my man. Yep. I was like, I know that damn Sphinx or whatever that is right there that you got in your thing right there. That the bull with the horns. Thank you so much for stepping up. Appreciate that like button. How you doing? Appreciate you, Damien. What do you think, DJ?
I think it's going to be fun to see. Our defense was number 1 last year, so with an addition like this, we could be maybe even better than the Eagles D line was last year.
I don't know about that one.
That's what we hope for.
I know about it.
I mean, they had a great line last year. I think like record breaking last year. So, I mean, it would be great for us to see that and Bosa win DPOY again. Stuff like that.
No, Prasan Reddick will win next year.
We also have Kalea Davis.
Yes,
and the guy was going to be a second round talent before his knee injury.
You are correct.
Correct. They opened his practice window, but they never activated him. But we also didn't hear about his knee getting aggravated. So right. I think they opened his practice window to get him out there, let him get some work in, and see if the knee and everything's stable and okay and going to be all right. I think that's why they did that. And as far as I'm concerned, everything came out okay. So we might have quite the interior defensive line this upcoming season.
Well, we know Kyle Shanahan is the king and queen of motherfucking red shirts. So, Spongy, you think week 1 next year? And by the way, Randy, appreciate you. Crazy Juice got a question. We'll get right to that right now. And like Randy was just saying, 55 to 65 sacks. That's what they had last year, or that's something I think. I think the Eagles actually around 70 sacks or something like that last year.
70 is it was 70, and 75 is the record breaker.
Well, excuse me. Well, 70 they were at there last year. Thank you so much for. I know you would know. So Randy said 55 to 65. I think we were were we around 55 last year, or no? Are we way far back from that, David? Do you know?
Yeah,
we had 45. We weren't. I mean, Bosa was leading us big time. There was no one else even close.
So
with the addition of Hargrave, Armstead should get some more. Our defensive coordinator, Steve Wilkes, the former defensive backs coach, we should see more coverage sacks. So that number 45 should go up.
But let me bring this to you. Armstead had a sack in the motherfucking end zone, 1-on-1 like this, and he went for a hug, and it's like the girl at the club, a loser guy came up and said, "Give me a hug," and that bitch went whoop and dipped up under his arm and said, "No, not today." So will Armstead still get more? I don't think so. I've been hating him since the day he was drafted. I just had a bad feeling in my heart when I sat there and watched him on the screen. His picture was sideways, and he went to Oregon. I just did not feel it. The day he was drafted, I promise you, I remember it like it was yesterday because I was in the Rio Casino Hotel. I was in Las Vegas, not living here, visiting in a hotel with my ex, and I watched it live. So do you think he's really going to get more sacks? Damien, what do you think? You've seen Armstead his entire career, just about. He always whiffs.
Okay, so when you say more sacks, do you mean like more sacks than he did last year or more sacks?
I think last year he only got like 3. Or some shit like
I'm thinking 6 or 7 is all I'm thinking. I'm not thinking anything major. But we also don't know what Drake Jackson brings to the table yet. They're like, oh, his conditioning is why he wasn't active. The man was among the league leader in batted balls. He should have been active.
He was early. We know how Kyle does. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, Drake Jackson. I think he could be really good too. But for Armstead, I'd say, yeah, like 6'7". I don't think he's gonna go crazy, but I think just the idea that him, Bosa, and Hassan, or not Hassan, Hardgraves,
Yeah, they
Armstead,
aren't
he
getting this
really
out.
isn't the person to get the sack. He's the
Mhm.
person to draw more pressure and have a put the focus on him, really, kind of, so that Bosa can get in there, or Bosa puts the focus on him so that Armstead can get in there. And now we have Hardgraves. It's just going to be even better. So I think 6 is around like something that he can get for sure.
Yep. I'd be
What's up,
happy
what's
if Armstead got 6 or 7. I'd be happy. If he goes more than that, then that's
Yeah.
just even better.
They'll be approaching
Right.
Eagle Land. We're approaching Pennsylvania. If people start getting more than 8 apiece all the way across. What's up, Mark? All the way from Jersey, the East Bay. See, the faithful are everywhere, all across the country, all across the globe, across all your seas and waters. It's wet fucking with the 49ers. You get wet.
Hey, you
Okay.
know, we still
Mark?
only
Thank you
have
so much,
2
man.
edges. We still only have 2 edges under contract right now. Bosa and Jackson.
True. Very true.
I mean, I've honestly been wanting us to go interior heavy because we always go edge heavy, and then we'll bring in an edge to rush, pass rush from the interior, which does work. It does. But I've been wanting us to go interior heavy, get a thick fella, 330 to 360 range, to help the run game and, just eat blockers and let the other guys work. They bring in Hargrave, which he's not. He's thick. He's not
That's what I was
330
about
to
to get.
360 thick, but he's thick. But he also has moves, talent, ability. So at this point, if we're going to bring in a thick fella, let's just draft one of those rookies late in the draft, like Jared Clark from Coastal Carolina. He's around 340. You got Broderick Martin from Western Kentucky. He's around 330. These are all guys that are going to be day 3 picks. That's right up our alley. But then we still need an edge. But let's be honest here. We get a thick fella, or even Kalia Davis he's a pretty big boy. So we bring him in on running downs. We kick Armstead out to the other edge to play the run.
We do that. He holds the edge very well.
We could do that. That's why I want to go interior heavy this year versus edge heavy. I would like to bring back Jordan Willis, because Jordan Willis was getting a lot of pressures. He was playing pretty good.
At the end of free agency,
Minahu, I mean, he just signed with the Chiefs, really.
You're probably giving him a bigger contract. And I can understand that
they got to replace Frank Clark. So I think someone asked the question. What do you guys think about Frank Clark being a 49er now? Honestly, I think we're missing that mean guy. Frank Clark is that mean guy. Chris Jones, both those guys are mean. And Frank Clark is that mean guy. So maybe we do bring him in for a year, cheap deal. But he has in the past made it clear that he does not like the 49ers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I really don't like him, and that's a good thing for us. I don't like him because he doesn't play for our team, and he's really good, and we faced him, and he was a problem for us in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, it would be a pretty good pick up, but I mean, we have to have a bond in the locker room, a special relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, hopefully he's able to get that if we do pick him up.
Dave, thank you for that, DJ. David and Spongy, I thank y'all. Spongy just dropped off, so thank you. I was about to say, David, got somebody else wants to jump on. Thank you so much, my man.
Okay.
Please hang out still in the comments if you can. Maybe we can get you back on even still after we talk to a few more folks and get some more comments up. Thanks, brother.
All right, buddy.
Great
Take it easy.
insight. Thank you. Folks, we got a special guest again in the building. Okay. Each one of you are. But this is another person from the East Coast. Mitch, what's happening? Thank you for waiting. First of all, thank you for waiting, brother. I appreciate that. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah, not a problem, dude.
Finally.
Yeah, about time we're
Eagles,
actually doing
Eagles,
a show
Beagles.
here.
Right, I know.
Oh, wow.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, you got a good player in Hargrave.
Thank you.
I can't. You got a good player. We're trying to get Garner Johnson, so we got Bradbury back.
Yes, you did. Congratulations on that. Big sign. Like, yeah, like close to 100 million, almost damn near. You didn't get like 80 mil or some shit. How much money did you get? I'm sorry.
He got 3 years, 38 or 38 mil, and then 20 of it guaranteed.
What the fuck numbers was I looking at? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, fair one. There's a lot of that going on. Well, you know, there's so many big ass balloon numbers going around right now, Mitch, that I get lost in the sauce of who it is. Except for JG. I'm not lost on any of those details. But Fair Warner apparently restructured. So your man Howie came through in the fifth hour, Baylor. It's shit's barely kicking off. It hasn't even started really yet. You got your cornerback back. What about the rest of your secondary?
We let go of Epps. He's at the Raiders now. He's gone. We're still trying to figure out what are we going to do with Slay. And we still got to figure out Garner Johnson. So the main priority is Garner Johnson, of course. We got to get him. And then if we got to trade Slay to do it, I'm fine with it.
So you go with you said Kerry and Slay. You said keeping them on the team, right?
Yeah, I want to keep him on the team, but if we can't do the Garner Johnson, we got to trade him.
What do you can get for him?
Who knows? Maybe a couple picks. Who knows? A young guy. I don't know. Yeah.
So what do you think? What is the temperature right now in Philadelphia besides chilly? With now,
it snowed.
My man, today. It snowed about a week and a half ago here in Las Vegas. Shit's crazy right now.
Oh wow, really?
Hopefully the world's not ending. Yes, Mitch, there's a video on my channel. Why haven't you watched it? But what's the temperature right now?
I'm running a network here.
And subscribe. By the way, subscribe to Mitch Kofsky. He's an Eagles fan, but it's okay. They like wrestling too. So if you're down with it, like DX,
hey, we beat you guys. That's all that matters.
And there's that. And they do.
And I got you and Ted fighting each other on Twitter. That was funny.
Well, we weren't. See, let me make that real clear, real quick. We weren't fighting, Ted and I. And much love to you, Ted H. Love you, brother. We'll be on together again soon. We weren't fighting. We were just communicating. We were just speaking. We have different opinions.
I know. After I tweeted quarterback controversy.
Yeah, that's why I just ignored you because we don't really have a quarterback controversy. Now that I have you here, that's why I did.
Sounds like you do.
One
when
time
I was looking at the tweets, he wanted Purdy. You want Lance.
Look at this, 32 degrees. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, that's the temperature. First of all, that's in Jersey where you're at. So just a little bit to armpit or down south nuts, or maybe it's the dandruff in the hair up. That means I don't know which way you are from Jersey, up, down. Okay, so also besides that, what's the temperature on you guys losing on Javon Hargraves, on him becoming the new Javon on our team? What's your temperature?
Most of us knew he was going to be gone. I mean, of course, we got to save as much money as possible for Garner Johnson, Slay, our secondary. We got Jordan Davis. That could take his spot. And yes, we still have to figure out what we're going to do with Cox, Joseph. I mean, we still got other pieces on the defensive line that could help. So Hargrave and Bosa, that's insane. Oh my God. You. Hey, you were gonna lose to us in the first game, anyways. Yeah.
Folks, they say that you're never supposed to have dead air on the air, whether you're on the radio, TV, or on your YouTube. That right there almost made me just break my mic and just have it would have been just dead air. But man, so and then you woke up. So now your quarterback, when he regresses next year, then what?
Who?
Give me a final thought on your quarterback regressing next year, and how that's going to play into effect on Javon. When Javon Hargraves gives him a concussion, like you did Josh Johnson, then what?
Oh my God! I'm telling you, we still got our weapons, bro. We still got our weapons on the offensive side of the ball, and we just got Rashard Penny today. Yay!
Look, first of all, when I saw that on my Twitter at work, when I should have been working, I first of all giggled. Actually, pause.
Oh God!
I got one, son. Boom. I saw that, and then I was like, I thought of you for a hot second because you're a man, so I can't, So I thought of you for a hot second, and then I laughed because I'm in the NFC West, and big signing Rashard Penny. Now I don't want to shit in your post toasties, okay? But I didn't like it. I thought it was like a C+ signing. What do you say?
Yeah, I can agree with you there. Sanders is going to be gone, so we needed something. I feel like they panicked a bit.
I got you. Okay, I can see. But there's not a whole bunch of you're not going to re-sign him, so there's not really a bunch of running backs on the market. No.
No, we still got Gainwell, and we just re-signed Boston Scott. 1 year,
you know what? So
$2 million.
you had a little 2.5-headed monster last year, actually. At running back, I think. So you sign him, maybe that makes a full 3 or something like that, or 3.5.
Yeah.
Or no, that's
hey, he's a giant killer. He's a giant killer.
Randy says he was born in Jersey. I left only because of the weather. Well,
I'm still
right
here.
Now, so you're in Jersey, by the way. Where okay, so you're in Jersey. So how did you become? That's okay. See, I don't know if anybody else wants to get in. By the way, folks, as you can see, this is an interactive show all the time. Interactive means you can be a part of it.
So
not like
Vikings
John Hendricks.
Vikings just got cornerback Byron Murphy.
Oh, okay. Who did he play for before?
Cardinals,
yeah. Okay. Damn. Faithful. If we just show up, okay? We went to the NFC Championship game against this young man who's down below myself and my son, and we had no one to throw the ball. Our divisional games this year, if we have no one to throw the ball, we will still win. Mitch, give me a final thoughts for you, brother. Who do you want as a big signing for your team? And give me your score prediction. Way too early score prediction. Eagles Niners next season.
Way too early. Okay, 30-0. But
way too early.
Big signing. I don't know because we're still like restructuring the money. So whatever Harry can pull out of his ass.
Well, he did good today. He did
good today
on a re-sign. Sometimes the best signings are re-signings. I do mean that.
Randy's not big on Penny. Penny. My guy Randy.
Randy, and first of all, what's up to you, brother? Much respect to you. I believe this will be my man from Twitter. Much love. First of all, everybody, please hit the like button if you don't mind. We sincerely appreciate it. Thank y'all for stepping up with us tonight. Myself, DJ, he's my son. And then, of course, right now, Mitch. Sincerely appreciate it. This is next shift. If that's my man I was just talking to, salute, brother. We got to get you on. This is an interactive show. If you want to jump on.
He's in our network. So
I know he is, but we just barely I just barely subbed to something from him today, and I think he did me too. But yeah, if you want to jump on, brother, you can do so right now and give us a couple of thoughts too. But Mitch, thank you for being the head of the network. I will see you in the Twitterverse. Have a good evening, and I'll also see you crying in the fall.
Yeah, we got to do another show again, bro. We got to do something. If it's basketball, whatever, wrestling, whatever.
Well, we know we got the big wrestling show. I think that's going to be just my sons and I for Mania. But y'all can jump in. Maybe I can jump in y'all's something like that. That's a few weeks away. But before then, we can
whatever you want to do. It's fine with us.
So much what's going on. We'll definitely get with you.
Yep. All right, guys. Catch you later. Have a good one.
Be safe, man. Have a good night. So next year, I'm not big on Rashad Penny, but like I was told earlier, he could be a late camp cut. So I'm like, well, they got him over there in Philly right now. Is that your squad, Randy? This is Randy from the CA and not from California, from the 6, from the Drake town, Drake City, 6 God. Okay, them tings. Oh, Canada. Okay. So, son, let's move on. Thank y'all so much again. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. We appreciate it. Let's talk about something we've done just already 45 minutes on just the craziness of the free agency and off season so far. But let's get into it, son. The biggest topic in Ninerland, in the Empire, on the Empire, however it is. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I don't know how you would use those participles, but son, you know your dad.
I know my dad.
You know how I feel about that.
I do.
This filth is just on everything in the entire stadium. Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the home of Bret the Hitman Hart. Son, James, son, he's gone, son. Son,
Yeah.
You've heard me, seen me, pissed at that son of a bitch, ranting, raving, cursing, everything about him for a long time. October 30th, 2017, to be exact, folks, and faithful. He's gone, son. How do you feel?
It's more of a bittersweet for me. Definitely more on the sweet side nowadays. But as much as we like to crap on Jimmy, he did turn our team around, or at least partially. And he's off to the Raiders also, by the way, who are our rivals, but I think we can't face them for like another 4 years.
Boom. Genius.
But I doubt we'll see him in the Super Bowl. So, but Jimmy G and Devontae Adams. Speaking of Devontae Adams, he was not happy about that Jimmy G signing.
What makes you say that?
Well, he posted on his Instagram with some language. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was like, if you haven't talked to me in the last 3 days or something, don't talk to me about this ish.
Go ahead and say it, son.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
He did say, if you haven't talked to me in the last 3, I sent it to you. I think at first you may have seen it in the verses, the Graham verse, the Twitter verse, whatever yourself as well. But I did share with my sons that Devontae Adams, here comes the corn man. Devontae Adams did say, if you haven't talked to me in the last 3 weeks, don't talk to me about this shit now. Now I'm glad you brought that up, son, because he did re-clarify today, faithful, or at least he tried to. Backtracking, moonwalking like Michael Jackson. Today, what he said was, don't quote me either. Don't make too much out of this, or don't make this a big deal. I was just saying my phone been dry for weeks, and now all of a sudden it's blowing up. It's hot like fire. And don't come at me with that fake bullshit right there. Let's go, Jimmy James. Let's get this money. This is the day after he's already been signed to your team, which you put as emoji. Let's get this money emoji. Whatever. So what do you thought? So Devontae tries to backtrack today, son, DJ, and say that I wasn't saying that I'm completely pissed at who they have picked as a quarterback here, Josh McDaniels. What do you think about his backtracking?
Well, I mean, he had to do it. Boom. Jimmy G is going to be throwing him the ball. So
he hopes.
He hopes. He hopes so. He hope he can get it there. Yeah, Jimmy G is on the Raiders.
Quick release. He is. The Las Vegas Raiders. You want to see him in the summer? You want to go try to drive by his house? We try to find out. No. You want me? Do you want me to get in that LA where you're at right now, my son? And I'll see you soon, Daddy. They got this thing called Star Tours. You know, from GTA. Star Tours, right? You can get on a bus. Got you spongy in a bit. You can get on a bus and you can drive around the Hollywood Hills, the Brentwoods, the Calabasas, like they said, like Drake said in the song. And you can just see people's homes like a loser. Just look at their gate. You can't even drive past the patch of lawn on their sidewalk. You all know the sidewalk grass, right? You got your grass, then you got the sidewalk when you have a house. And then you got the grass that's on the sidewalk that's right before the street. You can't even get to that. Okay. All you can do is see their gate. But do you want me to take you around on the Jackson tours and try to find James's casino condo?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So he's here in Vegas. He is a Raider. Darren Waller immediately said, out of here. Get me on the first thing smoking.
Didn't he go to the Giants though?
He did. Darren Waller is now a Giant. We got another NFC. We got another NFC tight end. So, Georgie, you want to make that Pro Bowl next year?
Well, he did go off this year.
Who? George?
Yeah.
He did at the end of the season, I believe. I agree with you. George did pick up the pace a little bit. He picked up the pieces from a slow start to the season. Now, he had, of course, 3 quarterbacks or 4, as he'll tell you. And believe me, he'll tell you anytime you ask him. But so now we got Darren Waller out there. So he has somebody that could push him for an NFC starter, even though he's not going to be playing in that game. But you like that move for the Raiders? Or do you think that Darren Waller really just said, this guy's here, so now I'm going to do what he did to his other team. I'm going to leave.
Well, I mean, probably the second one, right? But I mean, how much of an upgrade are you really getting from Danny Dimes to James G? From Jimmy to Daniel.
Both nicknames are horrible. So yeah, I don't see, son. I don't see.
And honestly, I'd rather play on the Raiders. No, because the Giants made the playoffs last year.
They did. James, y'all, do you have you thought of this, son? Have you thought about this? You know who that motherfucker plays twice a year?
Who?
Who does Jimmy G play twice a year, folks? Faithful. Him.
Who's in the...
Him. Who is him in the league?
Patrick Mahomes.
Boom. Not to mention JH, Young Herb. Not to mention Mike McGlinchey and the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson. Sierra. What's Sierra's last name? Russell, whatever Sierra's last name is. Not to mention Russell, Sierra's last name.
Wow.
No, he's not. Patrick Mahomes is. You guys want him to be, but he literally just beat him. So that's impossible. Sierra's husband's last name, whatever. James went to be the worst quarterback in his division.
Do you think what's his face is gonna get better? Russell?
I think he's so what he'll look better. He may not be better, but I think next year he'll look better because
he's had a sad year.
Horrendous.
Of course, I don't hate him as much because he's not on the Seahawks. But I mean, people were talking about him all year. He was a meme all year. And then he just became trash.
Well, son, he's still a meme because his wife was just naked the other day.
Oh, wow.
And standing right next to him. Did you all get a chance to see that picture of Russie? There's a lot of information going on the internet right now. A lot of ladies backing that shit up, and I don't mean in a good way. A lot of ladies online right now backing up Sierra's choice of outfit for the other day, with her tits out, her slits out, her whole shits out, basically, and a thong on some carpet, and she got the biggest smile on her face. And here's Russell.
It was a carpet. I was curious. I was like, wait, I thought like
It may have been
She was
Oscar.
like
Son.
some type of like church girl. That's what I thought.
That's what they do, son. That's
Well,
what they do.
Hmm.
Once you put that handcuff on, clank clank, then the real freak comes out at night, son. Freak comes out at night, son. So yes, but so Jimmy G, I'll just do it a minute. First of all, it's been a long road between you and I, bro. Now, like Boyz II Men, it's the end of the road. But it's been a long road between you and I. You sent me on some really high highs, and then you brought me down to some really low lows. Now you're gone. You're still not out of my life because I'm still making videos about you. My son and I are still talking about you on the live stream. And people are still saying, I miss you and good luck. And it's not going to be much longer, James, where even though you are now residing in the same city that I reside in.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let all the outright hate, loathing, and vitriol I have for you go. And then I'm going to be okay. And in your presence or in your absence, we now have Sam. We just Sam. TBS is what we have now. You are gone. You are no longer a part of my life, my sons' lives, or any faithful, even the ones that refuse to let you go. Now it's TBS. Trey Brock, Sammy. What do you think about the signing, son? Sam Darnold is now a 49er.
So I don't see really anyone complaining about it, really. I saw a clip going around where he was facing against us, and then he broke out of a sack, and then he was on the run and threw a crossbody throw. It was a pretty beautiful throw. Yeah,
it was nice.
I saw. So basically,
let me stop you right there, son. I'm sorry. Just like a dad does. Interrupting kids. What was the score?
I didn't see the score.
I think it was 31-0, the gang, or something stupid at that point in time.
Wow.
Okay, so now reset and go ahead and finish. So with that piece of that knowledge sprinkled in, we were already up on them 31-0. Why do you think we were? Go ahead.
That's actually reassuring, because I was like, man, Sam Darnold dropped that on us. But it could have been our secondary defense, like our second string players, because if we were up that high, then anyway.
It might not have been that much, but it was bad. I'm pretty sure they had no points. We had a lot. We had three touchdowns or something at least.
So my the way I look at it is he's better than Josh Johnson, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Josh Johnson, he couldn't get a throw off, and not particularly because of the Eagles' pass rush, despite what some might say. He was just not very good, and the throws he did get off were not really on target.
So they were off target, not on target. They were off. He looked scared to me, son.
Josh Johnson, I don't know why. He's been in the league for like 10 years.
72 years, son. He's played on 80 teams and there's only 32. Yeah. So why was he afraid to play football that day?
I don't know. Maybe the stakes were too high for him or something. But Sam Darnold, I know he's better than Josh Johnson. So if it does come down to it where we need to put in a fourth or another third stringer, God forbid that does not happen, he'll be better than Josh. So can't complain.
Just for the faithful, as you see, first of all, by the way, that last sip was for particularly. Word of the day is particularly. Excellent word, son. Josh Johnson was horrendous. He's been in our team 3 times or 4.
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold, there's a reason for that. Sam Darnold has had no players, no Kyle Shanahan, no Niner way his entire career. He went to USC. I'll forgive him for that. He went to USC. He was a stud there. For as much of a stud as he could, look at his face, as much as a stud as he could be, but he was a stud there. And he went, so he was an early pick. He was a 3rd pick, right?
I was
In the draft. Yeah, he was a 3rd pick. It was a Josh Rosen draft, I think. I'm not positive. But he was the 3rd pick for a reason. But Baker Mayfield was first. So whatever. But he was he can possibly play, but generally the 3rd pick doesn't come to the 49ers loaded.
That's
Usually you're Trevor Lawrence and you have to look like 45-50%, and then the next year, what's he on 3 years now? Okay, maybe next year you jumped up to 40 to 55-45% now, like you're almost 60-40 on the good. He was pretty good this year.
Yeah. But
his team sucked. But they always suck, right? So I think that we need to give Sam Darnold a chance, DJ, because he hasn't had, like I just said, just Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan has made fucking Nick Mullins throw for 3,000 yards, I think, right? Didn't he? He might have had 25 touchdowns and 25 picks, but he threw for like 3,000 yards. Okay. We all know Kyle, while he is the most arrogant asshole in the league, or maybe he's in the top 3. I can't give him because he don't have no titles. So I can't even keep saying he's in the most. And there's some people who just look at, we already know Belichick. Belichick is A1. So he's up in the top of the most assholiest coaches in the league, assholeian. And he's also, but there's a reason for that, generally and usually in life. And I think he's going to be able to take Sam Darnold to at least a respectable place, and probably the best place that he's been in his career.
Yeah. And that was also a good way to look at it. He's never been on a good team. I mean, if he's on the Jaguars, I mean the Jets and the Panthers, that means he was picked early in the draft. I don't know which one he went to first, but I
can't remember either. I think it was the Panthers.
He had to have been good at least in college. So I think it would do good with us if it gets to that point.
And remember, what happened to Brock the Glock? Your word that you created, #Sturdy Purdy. What happened to Brock Purdy? He went up against Fred and them niggas every day.
That's
what
true.
happened?
Very true. The last pick in the draft, also.
Last pick in the draft, not the 3rd of some season. That's a big disparity. So you think that him being our okay? So we do you think we draft, and we're gonna bring the Sponge if you're still watching, anybody still watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight on Platform 246. We're talking free agency. We're talking James. Unfortunately, we're just talking Niners. You can bring your team into. If I see, it looks like it's only one person left watching. If it's Spongy, let me know in the comments. Spongy, we'll bring you on here in a second for your question. You got Spongy says, I got a question about the quarterback position. So, do you think that I don't think we're signing anybody else. So, are you looking for what's your man's name from TCU, son?
The wide receiver or the quarterback, Max Duggan?
Boom. Are you looking at a Max? Are we looking at a Max Duggan or Stetson Bennett, in your opinion, in the draft in some round?
I definitely wouldn't mind either of them. I know Stetson he's pretty fast himself. Max Duggan, he won, I think, some award for college. It wasn't the Heisman, but it was some award.
He did.
And then he's been like the best QB for TCU in a really long time. So I definitely wouldn't mind seeing him on our team. I don't also want to ruin his career because if we start balling out with Trey or Purdy or and he won't get a chance. So honestly, I don't really mind Stetson Bennett because I never really liked him.
True.
So yeah, I'd love to have both of them. Any one of them.
This is an interactive show, folks. As you know, again, as we always say, as it usually is, not all the time, but today for sure. Hit that if you want to jump on with us. The link is right there in the comments. So, DJ, we pick up Stetson. So, the reason I asked that is because Brock Purdy, as we know, faithful, unfortunately, probably is not going to be ready for any portion of camp, whether it's practice camp, park camp, OTAs, PTA, whatever the fuck, training camp itself. He's not going to be ready to throw and participate in any meaningful fashion. He'll be that guy standing over there on the sideline rehabbing. That's a quarterback.
Yeah,
we've seen that movie before. So we need 3 quarterbacks. Just last year, let's not get into it. We need 3 quarterbacks for camp. So we have, of course, the young king Trey Lance. We have the young court jester Sam Darnold. And then we're probably going to need to get, like you said, someone in the draft possibly, because again we already signed Sammy D, and we're going to come up with a hot nickname for him. Believe us, folks, we are. It's going to be stupid. Just let me see the Sams that have been throughout life. There's a Sam in our life, right? But we ain't gonna. That Sam is better than I think even this one. But we do have a Sam of our own now, folks. Like I said, it's TBS. It's Trey Brock Sam, and then maybe TBSS Stetson, or maybe we bring in again Max Dugan. Duggan. I knew you were gonna do that. Okay. Thank you, Sam. So let's see. Another thing we can talk about is Jimmy Ward, real quick. We talked earlier today about Patty James going to face Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert 4 times a year. That's smart. Before we get, so we got somebody that, Jimmy Ward talks a lot about quarterbacks. Want to make him feel me? Well, now he's going to be making AFC quarterbacks feel him. And we got Spongy real quick coming in the building. What's going on, Spongy? He has a question about quarterbacks. What's going on, sir?
So, who's starting week 1?
DJ, I'll leave that up to you.
Well, I'd say Trey Lance. If Purdy is ready, I mean, so the injury comes from the elbow, and he wasn't able to grip the ball and throw it, which is detrimental to a
right there.
So I'd say Trey Lance will start, even if Trey was ready. I mean, even if Purdy was ready, I'd say Trey would start. Because, I mean, we haven't seen Trey get his fair shot yet. Me, personally, that's what I think. So, I'd say Trey starts.
One more question. So, you see, you added Darnold to be that bridge quarterback, kind of like third guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that just in case both Purdy and Lance get injured?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it happen for the past 2 years where Jimmy and Trey both got hurt. So, and then this year, we were down to our 5th string quarterback, which isn't a quarterback, it's our running back. So, I mean, just if the unfortunate event does come, then we'll be able to have someone who has at least experience and who was good in college.
Oh, a Darnold and McCaffrey reunion. I just realized that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Sam Darnold, faithful, as you may or may not recall, played. I want to say Spongy. Do you remember who he went to first? I think the Jets drafted him, so I think he only played
first, and then
he got traded maybe 2 seasons with the Panthers, I think. So a season and an 1/8 or a quarter or whatever the hell you want to call it, a third 33%, 33 and a third. Scott Stunner math. He did a season or so plus with Christian McCaffrey. And now, hopefully he never throws Christian McCaffrey a meaningful pass ever.
Hopefully he never has to.
Correct.
Yeah. Because
if we see Sam Darnold this year in a game, Faithful, what do you really think is going to happen? Say it's against, I don't know, say Seattle. Nobody can seem to get through that game. So say at some point in time, Sam Darnold in week 7, because the rivalry is not really the same, at least as far as NFL standards. Week 7, we're in Seattle instead of week 17, like every fucking year. We're in Seattle week 7, and all of a sudden we see Sam Darnold. I don't even want to even start that because that means Trey got hurt in like week 3, and we're already on Brock. Or no, what the fuck? No, literally, actually. So Faithful starting the season. Big City in the motherfucking building. Everybody but us is in shambles right now. Big City, actually. But what's happening? Thank you for stepping up. Please hit the like button. What are you gonna do? What do you think Kyle has? I don't even know how to answer the question. Will we see Sam Darnold in a regular season game this year, Faithful? Damien.
Okay, so I hope not, really.
And what do we expect if we do?
Okay, yeah, that's good. I hope not, but I do think, depending on who it is, we will come out with the win. I think if we go against Seattle, we still win. You know, Seattle is always a close game, really. Well, not really, because I think this year we dominated them in 2 out of 3 games. So if we can dominate with the quarterbacks we had, I know at least we'll be able to win. And it'll be great to sweep the division twice in a row.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Faithful, like we said earlier tonight, when we wake up on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whatever day, that's 6 wins if I'm quarterback. Spongy, how do you think my coach, Kyle Shanahan, you saw what the magic he was able to create with that Christian McCaffrey pass to left field against you guys in the NFC Championship game? My coach getting a chance to put Sam Darnold in any game this year except for whoever our hardest game is going to be. What do you think we'll see out of Sam as a Niner? Spongy, it's on you. You know what to do.
Maybe he's away.
Spongy might have fell asleep. We're not sure. But Spongy, thank you, brother, so much.
Speaking
of coming in, for stepping up with us. Yes, son.
Speaking of hardest game, we have to face the Bengals in the regular season, right?
I believe so. I believe we face the Bengals in the regular season this year. We know we're not facing these garbage ass hoes right here, but they're in total shambles right now because they have our trash. But what's up with the Bengals game? Or you think that'll be our toughest game this season?
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember all the games, but I do know that we had to face the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals. It'll be pretty good matchup to see what could have happened last year. Because if we can beat the Bengals this year, then I know that if Purdy didn't get hurt, we could have beat the Eagles.
We would have stomped the fuck out the Eagles. We shot them fucking dead, ugly birds clean out of the sky.
Would have been nice.
Matthew, make up for this bullshit by first hitting the like button, please. Yes, make up for the loss by hitting the like button. What's happening, sir? How you doing? Thank you for stepping up. Okay, you can't. What are we doing? We're building. So we're moving money, Matthew. So, what I think we're doing is I think we're going to make a move. I think they got another move in their arsenal, and it may be on the defensive side of the ball. It may be along the line. We're letting everybody go. Like we can talk about some losses right now. You know, I said, well, I don't know if we've talked about the losses. It's kind of way past that, but we're gonna run it real quick. We've lost James. We've lost McTurnpike. We've lost Ward. We've lost Mosley. We've lost Al-Shaair. We've lost Hassan Ridgeway. Lost Ebucom. Who do we lost? Lost Aminahue. Fuck. So and then still up for grabs is, well, not anymore Aminahue. He's gone. Jordan Willis, Gary Hyder, T.Y. McGill. Motherfucker, what? You didn't go home. Tavarius Moore somehow still holding on. I'm not sure if Fletcher's a free agent or not. As a matter of fact, Matthew, I'm not positive. And then earlier, right tackle, that's on the defensive side, right? Yannick Ngoku, I think that's how my man taught me to say that on the last stream a while back. Yannick, who knows how ever put booms. Look at my goddamn kid in Ngakwe. Thank you, son. We got lots of people. Jason Verrett, the V-Man. What's up with him? Are we re-signing? Are we? No. Maurice Hurst. So Jordan Matthews. That's how it's had in. What the fuck? Jordan Matthews is still. No. Again, back to Tavarius Moore. So another person hanging on for dear life with us on the Niners. So let's talk about it. We've lost Tavarius Moore. No, we will. I'm sorry, not Tavarius Moore. E-Man is gone. Jimmy Ward is gone. The longest tenured 49er that we had here. I believe he was with us 9 or 10 season. He is now making quarterbacks in the AFC feel him. Please hit the like button for Jimmy Ward. Pay respect to him one time. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well, please. Go.
What team did he go to?
He is now a Houston Texan. Just chasing the bag. Just chasing the bag. I can't be mad at you.
Texans too, right?
Say again now?
Did one of our other members go to the Texans?
They may have, because of course D'Amico's there. So he's taking everything out the cupboard on the way out. He's taking the last extension cord shit. That's what you do in a relationship. You break up, you move into your new house, you try to take the pillow chairs, that one extension cord that you all like, you take it. You take your cup, you take the glass and plate, all just taking dumb shit out the cupboard. Taking fucking Jimmy Ward. Making quarterbacks feel him.
That you're used to.
Everything that you're used to. Exactly, son. Unfortunately, you've seen it. The Raiders remind me how Marcus felt when Robin Givens left him in Boomerang. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Desperate. Hold on, let me take this down. Where's my blanket? Like this? What? That's how Marcus felt when Robin left him. Why haven't you called me? I waited for you. You need to call me. I don't know the exact words, but that's the premise of what he was saying. I tried. That was my Eddie Murphy. My 89 Eddie Murphy. Kind of. I had this down though. I just don't have a blanket. So how did he feel exactly? What is it? I love the metaphor. If I understood it, I would love it even more. But Damian Matthew says all that money to pay, and we re-signed garbage Brandel, big. Okay, hold on now. Hold yourself, bruh. Hold on, Matthew. No, put some respect on his name, Matthew. He is a Niner. We are supposed to love every single Niner, even no matter how bad they play. Right? Right, faithful? Right? We love every Niner no matter how bad they play. Big Brindle is back. What do you think about that, son? Everybody, so if you're not aware, the 49ers Twitter is ablaze because apparently we allowed Brunskill to get out and we kept Brindle, who was our center last year, our starting center, and we got Zika Wagle or whatever, Zika J, however the fuck you say his name, and then Poe, like Teletubbies. Apparently, we just can't get away from the Teletubbies. So, even though, and shout out to Rita Oak, much love to you, man, for 404 days of heavenly hell. We all appreciate you as faithful. I appreciate that it's over now, though. Although today I did go to your Twitter just to look and see if maybe you did one more drawing, but you didn't. So we kept Brendel and we got rid of Brunskill, and the 49ers faithful son are upset about that. That's our center and I believe our swing guy. How you feel about that?
Well,
and real quick, how do we improve our line? Are we going to do that in the draft? Do you think that's what they're holding out for, to get some, maybe move up into the second round and get a good lineman or something like that?
Is there a good lineman in the draft?
There's quite a few, and there's some that want, and we're going to try to do a mock draft for you guys soon with my sons and I live. We're going to try to get that to you, faithful. So look out for that, folks. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you're not new, much love and just welcome back as always. But we're going to try to do a live stream of a draft. But yeah, there is, if we can move out of the third, which is our first pick, and maybe sneak up into the second with all these 800 picks we got. We just got another pick, I think, for James, faithful, because he signed for enough money. Not the $25 million that everybody was saying. And I told y'all he wasn't going to get $25 million a year, but that's not important, son. Yes, there are some good linemen that we can maybe get in the second round. So you think that's how they do it? Or you think that this Brendel stuff is just, they're just going to go with what we have here?
Well, I do think we need somebody on the line. What are we doing for our right tackle? Now that we lost McGlinchey, is there a backup in, or I don't know? But I think we need somebody on the line, and then we need some secondary.
Well, David McNiner, our guy, says, speaking of the devil, Mick chokeslammed, Mick rock bottom, whatever you want to call him. That guy weighs 70 pounds less than him and is the most illiterate person on Twitter and the most illiterate cowboy. And that's not even me being a 49ers fan. Look at his Twitter. And believe me, you don't have to go far because he's always on it. That guy weighs 70 pounds less than him and threw him to the ground like a child. Now he's Russell's problem, just like Sierra is. And we do need some help on the offensive line. So you think we'll get it in the draft? Or do you think that we already have it in the house? You think John and Kyle are holding out for trying to move up and get a good lineman in the draft? Maybe there are some.
Yeah.
Or are they on shrooms?
Well, both, really, on shrooms. But I also think that we can get somebody in the draft for sure. I think we should get somebody in the draft. Because if they were playing behind McGlinchey, then they have to be bad.
Right. Anybody playing behind McGlinchey outside of monetary reasons, and maybe that was just it, son. Maybe Kyle knew nobody was outstanding. Like apparently, I guess Taylor Lewane, the podcaster. He's more of a podcaster than a football player, as far as I know. But him and whoever else is the right tackle is not. Maybe they weren't outstanding, but they weren't that much better or equal to Mike McGlinchey to justify starting them over him when he was the 9th pick in the fucking draft.
9th, jeez.
Yeah, son. He was like the 8th or 9th. We had the 8th or 9th pick that year. I believe actually I may be giving him taking disrespecting him. He may have been the 8th pick. Oh, Mike McTurnpike. Good job, John and Kyle. 5 years of nothing. Or 4 or 5 years of just blah. So I think that
he can go somewhere else and get paid a lot of money.
80. That's where the 80 came from earlier. That's what this been haunting my nightmares in the back of my head, my subconscious. That man got $80 million from some simp.
$80 million just to be mid. Below mid.
Mid. Or below. Mid or below. What's below mid, son? You're hip with the times. You and your brother teach me plenty. What's below mid? What's you guys are saying? Trash.
Yeah.
Basically.
He's just not good. Just bad. Just bad.
Well, I think that the fact that we got a little comment here. I think the fact that we got to see Arden Key. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're losing him on the stream, dropping like flies. He's not coming back. Arden Key is now a Titan. There's a thing going around on Twitter, DJ, saying the 49ers basically right now are a worse team than they were January 29th. With every loss and addition right now, we're worse than we were before. How do you feel about that, Faithful? And what are your thoughts? Leave us a comment now or later. And thank you so much for everybody hanging out with us today. Stepped up with us. We sincerely appreciate you, DJ and I, here on Platform 246, talking free agency frenzy. And the fact that right now there's a narrative being built that we are worse at the moment than we were at the end of the last season.
Well, I really think that we only lost 3 valuable players: Shair, Jimmy Ward, and Brunskill. If I'm remembering everybody that we lost correctly,
you are.
I think that those are the only 3 people that we really lost.
I would even reckon to say you may be giving it too much, because old number 1 has not been number 1 in my heart for a little while. We get to have a new number 1 on this team, and I'm here for it. Many of us are not. I know that's a heartbreaker for a lot of 49ers fans, my son included. I'm not like that. He can go quickly. So Jimmy Ward, I do want to thank you though for all your years of service with us. 9 years of service, 9 years of being just wish you had a little bit better hands, a little bit better instincts on the pick stinks, but you were an outstanding tackler. You were a leader. You brought attitude to our team, and I do definitely respect Jimmy Ward for that and appreciate everything Jimmy Ward did for the team. But I believe that we have a person on our team right now that can play better than Jimmy Ward, and our team will never be boring. So yes, he ripped a sign out of somebody's hands, and I believe it was Seattle. That was awesome, and then stomped on it. Shout out to you, J Dub. Yes, that was pretty cool. But he also then had Trent Williams move through everybody to get right to him and grab a piece of his own and do it. That's our culture. So losing players, I think there's only about 6 or 7 that, holy shit, the entire landscape of the empire would be Strikes Back or whatever that shit would be called. Okay, the Mandalorian. It would really go bad if it only about 6, 7, 8 of these people left this team. Really. So it's gonna be okay. Jimmy Ward is gone, but we have motherfucking Womack and Ambry Thomas. Don't forget Ambry Thomas is on the team. Tarvarius Moore is still out in the building, trying to hold on. He's never gonna leave here. He's a free agent, but probably not for long. And whoever the hell else. The draft is coming up. Jimmy Ward was like a whatever round draft pick, wasn't he? No, shit. Jimmy Ward was a 2nd round draft pick, I think.
Yeah, he was 2nd.
Thank you, son. Yes. Okay. So whatever, but still, there could be. Fred Warner was a 3rd round draft pick. We know we do excellent in the draft. This draft is George Kittle was 5th. Brock the Glock almost wasn't drafted. Okay, so I don't think it matters. The shit doesn't matter. Adam Peters, to a lesser extent, our car salesman, Mr. Lynch, and to a way lesser extent because he's just not going to fucking deal with it. Kyle Shanahan, we do great at drafting. And I think that we do draft some heavy secondary artillery this year. And it's out there. Speed is out there. Size is out there. Longtime players from SEC, good schools, people that know how to win. There's some really good secondary players coming out, I think, this year. Probably not as good as wide receivers and other places. Well, maybe not receivers, but probably not as good as some of the other. I think it's a down year for the receivers. We got a few, but not as good as some other positions. But there's good secondary out there for us to get. So we got Brendel back. Son, you have any big thing that you want us to attack in the draft?
The secondary for sure. I think we need some corners. Last year, a big problem for us was cornerbacks getting burnt, and then the quarterback throws it to the receiver and they score. Or our safeties are lost, and then our quarterback or their quarterback throws it downfield for a touchdown. Like Tyreek Hill. That was – they shouldn't have scored those points. But it was just a broken down play. And DK Metcalf destroyed us last game. Not enough for the win. But
Touché.
I mean, we need some secondary. Personally, that's what I think. That's what we should attack. We're good. Well, maybe not good. We could get better on the receivers, but we have great receivers. We have a great tight end, top 3 at least. You know, I think he's more than that. But, our quarterbacks have a potential to be Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, star level. We have a good D-line, great defense, really. But the secondary, if we get better secondary, it'll just make it that much better.
Hello, Ms. Mariah. Thank you so much for stepping up. How you doing, miss? Good evening. We're here with DJ. He's my son. No. They know. Look at that face. What's happening, CG? Thank you so much for stepping up, sir. Everybody, please hit the like button if you don't mind. We sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much for stepping up with us tonight. We're talking secondary, really talking the draft. That's kind of what I want to talk. The final thoughts here for us is the draft. The draft is free agency. I don't think we may have one more big signing, could be on the line, but I think we do need secondary. So we stay drafting motherfucking corners and safeties, and we still have to keep drafting fucking corners and safeties every single season. When are these people going to? When is Womack going to become an all-star? This is not basketball. When is he cut Ambry Thomas? When is Diamador Lenore going to grow an inch and become true lockdown? Maybe. What are we going to do? So we got to go for someone
he had
in
a
the
little
draft.
spark at the end of the year. Hopefully it continues on into this year.
We need him to step up immediately, and replace E-Man.
We lost Emmanuel and Travarius. I mean Jimmy. So
yeah,
we need some secondary, especially. Give Hufanga some help.
And again, we only signed T. Gibson to a 1-year deal, I believe. Right, one more year for Deshaun, or what's the 2-year deal? In any event, he's getting older. He had a 2 week sabbatical and determined if he wanted to play. So, secondary, I think going forward, maybe we make one more big signing. If they sign on the Kyle thinks it is Madden. Okay, go back and look for it. He said, "I fucking build my team like I built my Madden team." Or maybe he didn't say it like that, but he said that I used to build my team for Madden on the defensive line. And he thought he was the smartest guy in the room. Again, why? Because he literally said in that interview, and everybody else is drafting Randy Moss, and I drafted Warren Sapp, and I would win on Madden. Shut your ass up, Master Splinter. But we may sign somebody on the defensive line and then attack the offensive line and the secondary in the draft, faithful. So I say take it easy on JK, KJ, whatever you want to call them, Kyle Lynch, whatever the fuck the name you put together. They are tied to the hip. We know they work well together, and they're going to take care of us, I believe, once the draft hits. They signed Sam Darnold. Okay, take it easy on them, son. What's your final thoughts?
It's been crazy.
Saying what's good to Big Mac. What's happening, sir? Thank you so much. Hit the like button, please. Sorry, I had to say that. Go ahead, son.
It's been crazy so far. I only expect it to get crazier. Hope we have a great season. I expect we will. I just want to win one. You know, we're always one step away. 3 out of the last 4 years, we've been in the NFC Championship. One time making it to the Super Bowl. We're just one step away.
Just one step away. Just one. And maybe Javon Hargraves is that last step. The last step on the
Or
platform.
Trey Lance or Purdy.
Possibly either the T or the B of TBS. Trey Lance or Brock Purdy actually get into play in those last games all the way through the season. Fuck it. Just play until the last game, until we lose our last game.
Or win.
How about excuse me. Until we win our last game. Maybe it's just fucking Brock or Trey playing in that game and not Josh Johnson or Christian McCaffrey throwing to left field when we're on the football field and there is no left field.
There was nobody out there, by the way.
Yes, it was, son. The sideline. Yes, it was, son. There was plenty of people out there, son, actually, in that area. They were on the sideline, Daddy. You want to say anything? You're live right now, son. And I want you to just 1 minute. Spongy, you're back, and we're out. So thank you for stepping up with us tonight. I sincerely appreciate all of you.
Did Spongy change his profile photo back?
Say again now?
Did Spongy change his profile photo back?
Let's see.
Because he came, yeah.
He went back to Damar. Prayers for Damar, who's been getting a lot of hate. They just build you up to tear you down. Build you up to tear you down. Speaking of tear down or toe down, you want to say anything to James?
See you later, man. Or no, I won't. I won't see you for maybe another 4 years, if that. So
definitely not a Super Bowl.
Good riddance, man. Good riddance. And I guess good luck. It'll be nice today. Good luck, Jimmy.
Oh, what's happening? What's up? Is you, Gina? How was that date? Was he Jimmy-esque? Was he Kiara Marie's man-esque? Thank you for stepping up tonight, Gina. How are you doing, man? Please hit the like button before we go out. We're on the way out now. You have any faithful watching right now? Please leave it in the comments. What are your thoughts on James being gone? Jimmy G being gone. He's no longer. Let's just on the way out. Let's say it. Let's just answer the question. How do you feel inside? How do you feel inside? Gina saying what's up to everyone in the chat. Thank you. Inside, I feel euphoric. It was all right. I feel much better than to the fact that he's no longer in my dreams, no longer in my nightmares. The Spongy's going wild on the thumbnails, whatever they're called, internet world. He's going wild on the face pictures.
Profile photo.
Thank you, son. Gina repping the Bay, and subscribe to Gina repping the Bay, folks. Whether you see this now, later, tomorrow, next week, it's not going to roll that long, but over the next 3 days, at least, if you see this later, you're hitting that replay. First of all, thank you for watching the replay. Sincerely, that means a lot, and I do check for that. Leave a comment. Tell us what you thought about it after the fact. It's hour 30 in. You're a boss if you watch the whole shit. Gina, she says, "Thank you for your time, Jimmy. Farewell. We bid you adieu." We bid you adieu. We bid you a peace out. Okay. Boom. Out of here. Spongy subbed. Boom. Run it up. Run it up. I think my son just showed you what he thinks of you, James. Oh, there you go. He's back. Back in business. He was
my alarm for WWE went off.
Oh, yeah, it's wrestling time, folks. So thank all of y'all for wrestling with us to this free agency frenzy. It's been a mother. We appreciate y'all sincerely. Please hit the like button again. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're 665 subscribers. We're trying to get to 700. When we get to 666, we need to roll that shit right on over real quick. So all of you faithful out there, please be watching, and wrestling folks, watching for it. Niner Ganger, don't bang. David, thank you for that, bro. And bye, James. And she peeped in earlier. Don't be just peeping and stuff, Gina. Looking around the corner and stuff. You better say hello. We always talk on Twitter. Bang bang. And hopefully that's what you get. You get an end result from your date. But for the rest of y'all, have a good night, son. I love you. I will talk to you in a few. Right now we're about to watch NXT, folks.
You are. I'm not.
See, there you have it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Again, John and Kyle, y'all be safe.